Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and today I'm here to bring you my top 10 designer fragrances for spring. I've done videos on all but maybe, so on half of these. I just did the math. If you want videos on the other half, the other 5, let me know and I will go ahead and review them. But in true Glam Finds fashion, I'm not going to make this video long. I'm just going to kind of show you the fragrance, let you know why I like it for spring and why I'm going to be gravitating towards it a little bit more. And then I'm going to move on because I don't like long videos. You already know that. Now let's start this video. All right, so this first one I've done a video on. It was actually one of my first videos, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. It is a highly underrated fragrance from the house of Hugo Boss. It's Hugo Boss Bottled Infinite. Okay, so this one, I mean, the main notes that stick out to me are the apple and the sage. And it's such a nice, fresh, clean fragrance that you can dress up. And you could totally wear it in the summer, but the reason that I put it for spring is because I feel like it's springish enough for spring. A little bit more formal. And to me, for some reason, I kind of go for fragrances that are a little bit more high-end versus like summer, just high heat fragrances. And this is definitely high heat appropriate. But if you have a little breeze going, this is even better. On me, I get good performance. If you have an issue with performance, make sure you're wearing a good amount of lotion. And also with this one, sometimes I like to amp it up with a little bit of ISOE Super layered on it next. So I'm going to do these in the order of the first 5 are going to be ones I've already reviewed. So the next one I'm going to go ahead and do is from the House of Prada, and it's going to be Prada Luna Rossa Sport. If you guys know me at all, I have loved this one for a very, very long time. You have that like clean lavendery scent, but you also have vanilla. And the way that they go together is really nice. And every single time I wear it, I am reminded of how beautiful this fragrance is. So this one, I feel like it's best for transitional seasons, but I think I'm going to reach for it this year more in spring. In fall, I kind of went in a different direction last year. I kind of went for more ambers, so this one wasn't a typical reach for me, but now that we're kind of transitioning into spring, at least where I live, definitely going to be something I reach for a lot. It is a really nice fragrance. It kind of has a similar scent to Le Male. However, I prefer this one to Le Male. I would recommend going into an Ulta, Sephora, Macy's, whatever, spray it. I can't imagine anyone disliking it. And again, it's definitely a huge compliment getter. Next. All right, this one I'm not going to talk about too much because, guys, I've talked about this one so much, and the dent in this bottle should let you know how I feel about it as it is. It's going to be Dior Homme 2020. Which, by the way, I think is amazing for transitional seasons across the board. It's a fall dumb reach, it's a spring dumb reach. I reach for it all seasons, just so I'm completely honest. But it's this really nice, kind of fresh, woody scent. And again, I said I'm not going to talk about it too much. I have a video on it. I obviously really love this fragrance. I did an Instagram live last night, which won't be last night because I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but so they asked me what my top 5 fragrances are. This made the list. It was the only designer to make the list. That's how much I like Dior Homme 2020. It is one of my most complimented fragrances. Next. All right, I'm not going to talk too much about this one either. From the house of Moschino, it's going to be a Moschino Toy Boy. Guys, this is a nice gingery rose with pear, and it is really nice, and it is a complimented fragrance. Now, would I consider it sexy? No. Do I prefer reaching for fragrances that are sexy for the most part? Yes. But this one, you know, I think the more you have it, the more you start to appreciate it. And it is a complimented fragrance. And to be honest, the bottle itself is pretty sweet. I decanted a lot of it before I decided, like, okay, I actually really like this one. And I'm in the process of buying the backup bottle now because it is a really different fragrance, different from what I have. And if you don't like rose, I wouldn't worry too much. Some people say that the rose is very dominant on their skin. I get more of that ginger and pear on my skin, and I really love it. Really addictive. Next. All right, so I'm not going to talk too much about these fragrances, and I will review them if you want. I think most of them have been so heavily reviewed that I just never really bothered. But let's talk about this one for a second. From the house of John Varvatos, it's John Varvatos Artisan Aqua. This is a fresh, clean fragrance, guys. It's kind of got barbershop-y vibes, but I like that. And I like the clean, fresh out the shower feel that I get from it. And when it's really one of those nice spring days, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was between this and Artisan Blue, which Artisan Blue, this and Artisan Blue both are appropriate for spring and summer. But I think I've just been gravitating towards this one these days. So I was like, okay, I wanna be really honest with this list. And since I'm gravitating towards it, this is gonna make the list. If you haven't tried it, I think this is one of the very few John Varvatos that are kind of easy to find. Next. So this next one you may have seen on my Instagram, and when I got it, I wasn't super impressed by it, but I don't know what it is. Over time, I just started reaching for it. It's from the house of Terre d'Hermès. It's Terre d'Hermès Eau Intense Vetiver. All right, so I am new to really liking vetiver, but this is like a nice citrusy vetiver. And the first time I wore it, I was like, you know, it's fine. But after that, I started to realize like this can be dressed up so nicely, even in like warmer days. I like that. I like that a lot, and it started to grow on me. So now it's something that I actually really like, and I am starting to get into vetiver pretty much because of this fragrance. I am going to continue, and I'll shoot the review on this one in the next couple of weeks. Next. Talking about vetiver, my buddy Becca actually sent this to me because I told her that I was really interested in getting a bottle of this one, and she had a backup bottle. So shout out to Becca for hooking me up with this, and it's going to be from the house of Guerlain. It's going to be Guerlain Vetiver. So this is in that same vein where it's that like nice citrusy fresh vetiver. And this is a clean vetiver, guys. So there is clean and dirty vetivers. This one is a lot cleaner, so is the Eau Intense vetiver. I sometimes like dirty vetivers, but in the spring right now, these are the ones I'm gravitating towards. And they're really nice. So if you like vetiver, I think both of these are really safe options personally. And that's coming from someone who doesn't like actual Terre d'Hermès. I don't like it, but I do like this one. So I could recommend both of these easily if you're kind of starting off with vetiver, because they smell amazing. Next. I have not talked about this one, but if we're looking for a blue fragrance for spring, I have two that I'm going to be personally reaching for. Although you can reach for these year round, but the ones that I'm personally reaching for in spring, this is going to be the first one, and it's going to be Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum. So this kind of has that blue fragrance DNA, but it's also really musky, and it's got this vetiver in it. Again, we're kind of going in that direction, and this woodiness and a little bit of earthiness to it. I'll tell you this, the first time I sprayed it, I was like, I don't know. But then it really started to grow on me, and I started to really enjoy it. And I will be completely honest, I started to enjoy this because of the fact that I got compliments anytime I wore it. Like really, because like I couldn't smell it, I would go nose blind to it. I just thought it was super weak. And it doesn't, you know, project super well, but the sillage trail has always gotten me compliments, which I absolutely love. This one is gonna get a review soon. So is the next one. Let's do that next. All right, so this one I got because I think it's discontinued, but it's still available. That's why it's in this list. If it gets discontinued and it's not available, then it won't make the list. But for now, we're gonna go with Bulgari Bleu Pour Homme. I'm not gonna say much about this, but what I will say is it is kind of sweet, and it's got a tobacco leaf in it, which is, I feel like, different than a lot of other fragrances. And is super nice. And yeah, I think some people may reach for it in the summer, but I think it's more appropriate, in my opinion, for spring. Yeah, I love that. I love how different it is. It's really nice to me. And this is one that on spring days when I want to go with a blue fragrance, I'm probably going to go for either this one or Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir EDP. However, if it's daytime, I'm probably going to favor this one just because I feel like it goes really well with a nice t-shirt like this. And that's going to make me want to pull for it. And again, it's got this nice sweetness to it. It's very different than a regular blue fragrance, which is kind of why I wanted to grab it before it was too late. So for the last one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. And this one, let's just announce it and then I'll talk about it for a second. It's going to be Declaration d'un Soir by Cartier. I actually think I have already reviewed this, but I will tell you this. The opening of this, on paper, is rough. So do not judge it. Put it on your skin and actually wait, because the dry down, it gets a lot better. It is a rose heavy fragrance. It is a lot more formal than most fragrances. That's kind of why I wanted to put it on this list. This is a dressed up spring fragrance. It is not just an average, you know, grab and go. No, you want to dress up a little bit for this. I don't feel like I would wear it with a white t-shirt, but maybe do better than a white t-shirt. That's just my opinion. So these are my top 10 designer fragrances for spring if you were to ask me today, because if you were to ask me tomorrow, this could be a completely different video. But today, these are the 10 that I would reach for. If you want any videos of the 5 that I don't have videos of, let me know and I'll do them. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop a new video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!